For many weeks after the destruction of the money tree, the village of Umuofia rested in silence. But beneath the calm, fear crept like a slow shadow. The earth was quiet, yes, but strange dreams haunted the sleep of the elders. Babies cried without reason at night. Women fetching water from the stream swore they saw thorn shoots gently pushing through the riverbank mud before vanishing like mist. And Adanna, brave, strong Adanna, would sit by the old stump of the tree and feel the weight of unfinished war pressing on her chest. The villagers whispered behind closed doors. "Is the curse truly gone?" they asked. Then, one dusty evening as the sun melted into red behind the hills, a sound came that no ear in Umuofia had heard before. A bell, soft, clear, echoing across the fields. Men and women froze where they stood, eyes wide, hearts racing. From the forest path, long forgotten, overgrown, covered with creeping vines, came a strange procession. White-robed strangers, skin pale as a full moon, walking slowly, humbly, carrying wooden crosses on their backs. At their head strode a tall man with kind eyes and a great book pressed to his chest. The missionaries. No one knew how they had come. No caravan had passed the outer villages. No messengers had warned of their arrival. It was as if they had stepped straight from heaven into the heart of Umuofia. Adanna stood among the silent villagers as the strangers reached the square. The tall man raised a hand in peace. "We are servants of the Lord," he said gently in slow, careful Igbo. "We were sent by the Spirit. This village is troubled." A great murmur rippled through the crowd. Pa Odu pushed forward, his old eyes gleaming. "The money tree," he croaked. "The demon Ezma. You know of it." The missionary bowed his head. "Yes, the Lord showed us the darkness that clings to this land. We have come to break it fully." A hush fell. Then Adanna stepped forward. Her voice was low but steady. "The tree is dead. We destroyed it. But its spirit lingers beneath the earth. It stays in the dreams of our people. It is not yet finished." The missionary looked at her with quiet sadness. Such curses do not die so easily. The spirits of greed are ancient and strong. They burrow deep into the soul of the land. But God is greater still. He turned to his companions. They knelt in the dust, raising their crosses high. One of them, a woman with gentle eyes, opened a great book and read aloud in a voice that rang like pure water. As the words filled the square, the air seemed to shift. A soft wind rose, blowing away the dust and the scent of old fear. But then the ground groaned. A deep, low sound, like the growl of something vast and ancient awakening from sleep. The earth beneath the broken stump cracked wide. Black thorns, sharper than knives, burst from the ground like spears. The shadow of the money tree rose again. Not wood, not flesh, but dark spirit, its form twisting and writhing, filled with endless hunger. The villagers screamed, but the missionary stood firm. The tall man opened his book wide, holding it high above his head. The words of power spilled from his lips, strange and beautiful, like music from another world. "By the name of the Most High, depart." The shadow thing shrieked, its vast thorn limbs lashing at the sky. But as the holy words filled the air, the darkness shuddered, cracked, and began to break apart. One by one, the black thorns crumbled into ash, blown away by the rising wind. Obinna's face, twisted, broken, filled with sorrow, flickered within the shadow. "Adanna," he whispered, his voice thin as smoke. "Forgive." And then he was gone. The spirit screamed one last time, a sound of fury, despair, and defeat, and vanished into nothingness. The earth closed. The cracks sealed. The village square filled with golden light as the sun broke free of the clouds. Silence. Then cheers, tears, laughter. The people of Umuofia fell to their knees in joy and wonder. The curse was gone, truly gone. Adanna turned to the missionaries, tears in her eyes. "You have saved us. How did you come to this place?" The tall man smiled gently. "We were sent. The Lord stirred our hearts in the far land and showed us your suffering in a dream. When we woke, the path to this place lay open before us, though none could see it before." Pa Odu bowed low. "The gods of old have failed us, but this power is greater." The missionaries stayed many days. They healed the sick. They taught the children. They planted new seeds in the village square, seeds of life, not death. Soon, small fig trees and cassava shoots sprouted where the cursed tree once stood, and peace, true peace, returned to Umuofia. Adanna stood at the edge of the square one evening, watching the sunset. No thorns crept from the soil. No whispers haunted the wind. The land was clean. The air was free. Obinna's voice came softly in her mind, no longer full of greed or pain, but gentle and sad. "Thank you, Adanna." She smiled sadly, touching the necklace he once gave her. The shadow was gone, and the story of the cursed money tree became only a tale told by the fireside, of greed, of fear, and of deliverance. Forever,